Good morning, it's Thursday the 30th of July. We've got a decent morning ahead, I think, weather-wise. We had a few spots of rain in the evening last night. I don't think we've had a day yet where we've not had some rain of one description or another, either heavy or very light. It was light last night. But all our neighbours have gone. We're late starting, it's about 9:45. But we've only got 4 hours of cruising today, so it's a leisurely day should be. We've got 10 locks to do, and we're going to call in Stone midday and do some shopping, because there's a supermarket there that Sue likes to visit, of a certain Jewish origin. So we're just about to get started now. The water's looking quite calm. There's been quite a lot of boats go through, mainly hire boats now, so they're always on a timetable with a hire boat, because they've got to get back for a certain time, whereas we've got the luxury of having a day off if we want one. We had one on Monday for the weather, so we're going to get cracking, and we'll be in Stone in probably 2.5 hours, something like that. Meaford top lock. We've actually got a queue going our way, so we're going to be here for a while. So we've just gone to have a look, see what's happening, if there's anybody coming back up. But there's a boat just gone in, there's another boat in front of us, so we're going to be here at least 20 minutes I think, before we're out the other side, maybe half an hour, but it doesn't matter. Flight of 4 locks now within, I don't know, half a mile, and it's called Meaford flight. 2 blokes just walked up the towpath, stopped and had a word with me. He tells me there's been a bit of an outbreak of COVID in Stone. Occurred in the pubs weekend before last, so we shall avoid going into Stone. He tells me we're safe on the Marks and Spencer's side, but as for the town, probably a good idea to keep out for the time being. We weren't going to go in anyway, but it's useful to know. So grateful for that bit of news. So this lot, 49 miles from home. We are descending gently, and there's another lock in front of us where we've gone through this one. So this is the second lock in the Meaford flight. But every lock's against us, because there's one going forward in front, so obviously they leave the lock empty, so we have to fill the lock before we can go in. are at the bottom lock, and there's a boat coming up, so that makes it a little bit easier, although there doesn't seem to be anybody helping her. But the boat's just gone in, so he'll be coming out in the next 5 minutes, and we'll go in with the lock full. stone locks completed. We're coming up to the last one now. It's been busy. There's been boats going in all directions, but there's nothing here at the moment. So we're on our own. There might be one coming up. Yes, I think there's one coming up. So that'll help. Unless they're going down in front of us, but I've not noticed the boat in front of us in the last two locks. Well, that's not to say they've not set off from Stone and jumped ahead of us. So we're nearly in Stone now, and we'll be stopping for lunch and to get some shopping from M&S. That's the sign of the times. That's Stone COVID Testing Centre. All the yellow vests. So that shows it's a serious issue in this town. So this is the last lock in Stone, and it's at the side of the famous Star Pub, which is now open. There's a garden outside where most of the gongoozlers look at you. Gates just opened and then closed again. We do that sometimes. Bounce open. So that's the Star Pub at Stone, and where we're going is just the other side of the road bridge. Going to moor up, have some lunch, and then go to Marks and Spencer's. Masks at the ready. As you can see, I have the most difficult job on the locks, sitting here on the boat while my mate does the mechanics. But I have offered to do it, but she doesn't want to drive the boat. She gets to meet different people. He gets her out. That's the spirit. Get the missus to do it. So we've moored up for the night. We're at a place called Burston, not far from Stone really. We've had a good day. We did have an extended stay in Stone because it got quite hot after about 2 o'clock, so we had a lazy lunch at M&S and then back to the boat for a cup of tea and a chill out while it was hot. We must have set off about 3:30, and we got here about 5:30, but we called at Aston Marina for some diesel, and I was going to film us fueling up, but unfortunately my battery on the camera had gone, so I didn't get a chance to do that, so never mind. We've charged it up again now, and we've had a friend here most of the time. He greeted us as soon as we got here. I don't know what his motive was, but you can probably guess. So we've got a swan and we've got some cattle. It's all very rural and looks very nice in this nice sunlit evening. I guess it's about 6:30, 7 o'clock, I don't know. Don't really look at the clock. Which is the beauty of being on the canal. Most of the boats have stopped now. We've had a couple go past in the last half hour, but everybody's settled down now for the night. There's 2 boats with us. It's a nice shady spot that we've picked, and it's quiet. There's not a lot of people on the towpath. There's a few trains. There's a railway line over there, and the River Trent is just the other side this hedge, so I might have a walk tonight and have a little explore down there to see what there is. Other than that, nothing much to say. Oh, we did bump into 2 people who told us that there'd been a local COVID outbreak in Stone, which was not good news as we were coming into Stone. And then more people that we saw confirmed that there's been a case, an outbreak. So we saw the testing centre. They've set a testing centre up, so that was at the side of the canal. So there weren't many people really in Stone. I mean, M&S was very quiet. We just walked straight in, whereas last time we called we were queuing outside to get in for probably half an hour. Anyway, that's the story of today. We've got a full tank of diesel, full cupboard of food and a full fridge of food, because tomorrow is going to be hot, so they say. So we may make an early start and then moor up about lunchtime and call it a day at that. We'll probably make Great Haywood tomorrow. And if we do, we might moor up there and spend the night there, spend the afternoon there, trying to keep cool, and we'll spend the night there. So I'll speak to you again tomorrow, and I'll leave you with this lovely peaceful scene on the Trent and Mersey Canal near Stone. Friday 31st of July. It's about just gone 7:30 in the morning, and we're up early to get going because it's going to be hot today, and we want to get to Great Haywood by lunchtime, late morning. If it's really hot, then we'll moor up, find somewhere to moor up and try and keep cool. There's nothing worse than being red hot on a boat. This is a lovely spot here. There's not a cloud in the sky this morning, and we want to get moving before it warms up. It's warming up already. So it's sun cream on, sunglasses on. I think we've got 3 locks to do before we get to Great Haywood, but they're fairly well spaced out, so we haven't got to do any flights or anything. One boat's gone past already this morning, so we're not the only ones wanting to make an early start. at Western Lock. It's about 10:15 and it's warming up. We're going to stop at Great Haywood as we planned. We're just not quite sure whereabouts yet because it can get busy. So there's a boat coming up, so just time to have a breather and we'll be going in. It's 10:30 and we've found a little bit of shade, so we've moored up here and we're going to stay here. Don't know how long, however long it takes, but the main thing is to keep cool. So I think we're going to be alright here. There's trees both sides of the canal. There's a bit of a sort of canopy covering the canal. The sun's full on the bow at the moment, but this afternoon we should be under the shade of this tree, so it's time to chill out before the sweating starts. You do tend to sweat a little bit, particularly when you work in locks. We're in between Western Lock and Who Mill Lock. I'm not quite sure of the exact location, but we're about a mile and a half away from Great Haywood, so we're away from the crowds. It's nice and peaceful, apart from the main road over there. We'll soon get used to that, and we're going to stop here for the foreseeable future. Look at these nice fellas.
It's off a farm.
Yeah, they're farm ducks, aren't they? Geese. Laura'd like a couple of these. Yeah, they're nice.
The others have gone back, some of them.
Yeah. I wonder what they want. Is there something you want? I'll go and see if we can find something then.
These are rare.
Do you want to feed them? There you go then. Just as the Canadas go past, we have a little rain shower. That'll cool it down. Just what the doctor ordered.